African Voices Radio presents David Adodo Show.
Why? It's an African one. Yeah.
Beats by Amazon.
Yeah, me I like it. Something so. This my African hands, them gon' love you. Yeah. My African lips, them gon' kiss you. Whoa. My African hips get down for you. Whoa. Them gon' run to you. Whether you come here to break dance, I say you come here to shake hands. You come here to make plans. Never would you reach a motherland. Whether you come here to rock West, I be not to find good, everything they Never would you reach a motherland. Anywhere you go, London, USA, nowhere be like Africa. Nowhere be like home. Anywhere you go, New York, Chicago. Nowhere be like Africa. Nowhere be like home. Biko eruya wayo, wayaka, karibu kiti, utapewa nini? Ayayaya weruya wayo, wayaka, karibu kiti, utapewa nini?
African audience will love you. This my African arms, they will squeeze you. Yeah, my African ears will listen to you. My Kenyan legs will run to you. Yeah. Now come on, umekuja ku break down, umekuja ku get down, umekuja ku take chance. Hakuna matata eh. Kama umekuja kulipa la eh. Kupiga densi oh. Hapo ulipo eh. Kata kiuno yo. Anywhere you go, London, USA, nowhere be like Africa. Nowhere be like home. Anywhere you go, New York, Chicago, nowhere be like Africa. Nowhere be like home.
If it's 8 o'clock in Western Africa, it must be time for African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show, coming to you live and direct from America and being heard throughout the African diaspora, bringing you news, information, Afrobeats music, culture, and more. African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show, is the voice of Africa. And you can join in the conversation if you'd like to by giving us a toll-free call at 1-844-404-7200. That's 1-844-404-7200. The gang is all here, and now it's time for our host, known as the Prince of the East and West Coast, Tunde Phillips.
Thank you all so much. Good evening and welcome to another edition of the David Adodo Show on African Voices Radio. My name is Tunde Phillips. Thank you so much for that introduction, Jay. Anytime you do that, you just set me, lift my spirit up. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So on the show with me right now, I have Brother Charles. Brother Charles, how you doing and how was your week?
I'm doing wonderful, Prince Tunde. I'm doing wonderful. Good to be here. Thanks for having me today, man.
Yeah, wonderful. And of course, we have our studio engineer, Jason. We don't show Jason's face because he's too handsome. So, Jason, how's it going?
I'm doing well. I'm blessed and highly favored by the Creator. So I'm just glad to be here for another episode of African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show.
Great, great. Thank you so much. So while we're expecting the rest of the gang and guests, so we're going to, kick off the show. Anyway, first and foremost, the first thing I want to put out, or I want to start out with, is that today's a beautiful day, but some folks try to dampen my spirits. They try to make me sad. They try to make my day go bad. But I'm not going to give them the opportunity to make my day go bad. The reason I say that is because we come on this show. We don't have to do this show. We don't have to concern ourselves with the situation of things in Nigeria. So it hurts when a Nigerian does something to you like they have done to me. So I have to speak about this on air. There's so much we do, not even for Nigeria, but for friends, for families, for people that you don't even know out in Nigeria. I don't have to know you to help you. If I feel compassionate towards you, towards your situation, I will reach out to you. So today, somebody went ahead and then they hacked my WhatsApp account. They hacked my WhatsApp account. The number came from Nigeria. They hacked the account. And they are using my profile and sending messages to my contacts and people that know me, requesting for money. They put the picture of some child or somebody on the thing, and they're sending it to everybody on my contact. Anybody that has ever WhatsApp me or messaged me, they're sending it to them, requesting for money. I didn't even know this was going on until people started calling me that what's happening. It's unfortunate for them because I'm a media person. I'll put this out in the air. I've contacted the authorities. The number that they used to hack the number, I have the number. I'm going to put the number out in the air so everybody can know. The number that they hacked, the hack came through is a Nigerian number. It's 704-568-5239. Once again, the number is 704-568-5239. I do not know what they think they're going to achieve by doing that. That when you use my face and you put it out there and then you start asking people for money, they're going to reach out to me and say, hey, what's going on? Who is this person? Why do we have to contribute this money? What is happening with this person? I have gotten over 50 calls today just because of that. I have to delete my WhatsApp and everything. And yet it's still not done. The process is still going on because the investigation has been started. And, either way, I'm not going to put too much out there because it's been investigated. But I do not think that is a way of making money or a way of being smart, hijacking people's accounts and using it to spread to everybody that they should give you money. Of course, they're going to call back and check with me and say, hey, what's going on? We do this program. We help people that we don't even know. We give our money every time. We give our money. So whatever the situation is, whatever it is that you're going through, reach out to us. We will try to help you. We will try to do something for you. We have to do good. We have to live good. This does not work for you, does not pay, that's not going to work. You're not going to get anywhere because ultimately that number is going to be cancelled. And that's a number I've had for over 20 years. And so there's a lot attached to that number. Friends, family, there's a lot attached to that number. Now I'm going to have to cancel that number and start all over afresh because one idiot chose to hack that account. Once again, the number that they're hacking, 704-568-5239. Mr. Charles, go ahead.
Yes, it's unfortunate. I really, you and I have been talking about this. Unfortunately, The people that did this, they are not gonna go free, but they don't know they're messing with the wrong people. But that's okay. That's all we're gonna say for now. But another thing is that, I mean, they hacked the number and then took over the control of the number, and they're sending this. These are the things that they're sending out, saying they're trying to save Adeyemi Grace. I don't know. I just want to read this so that Nigerians that are listening to this will also, be aware of what really happened here. They're sending out some that's fundraising. I don't know who they're raising that fund from, but they put the name of the person as Adeyemi Grace Joy. They're saving his or her life. I believe Joy here, Adeyemi Grace is a lady, it's a girl. And they also said that she is the daughter of a pastor, Adeyemi Samuel. I don't know who the pastor is, but I just want to let you all know that when we put all this in together, sending it to the people that will take care of them, these are the names that probably will appear on that. So if you know who did this, because what they did was wrong, after they hacked into the number, they took over the control of the WhatsApp. That, they can't do anything with WhatsApp anymore. So it's not like they are trying to, so somehow this is a fake. And they have a picture also of some, I don't know, we'll consider the lady, she's the one they are raising fund for. The girl has an eye issue, something with the eye. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you guys can recognize who this girl picture that they are using to solicit the fund for. I hope, even if this is a good thing they are doing, but this is not the right way to do it. You hack into someone's number and took the control. The person cannot even use the number. So that's why I know that these guys are not, this is fake. With all the names involved in that, and I don't know where social media can get any picture anywhere these days and then claim anything they want. So, but we'll guarantee you it's not going to be that easy for you. It's unfortunate that you have to disrupt his communication today with other people and all that on WhatsApp and all the group. But again, he answered the phone because the person was calling, wanted to see, oh, this is a Nigerian number. Who knows who needs help? Because that's what we do here. Maybe he's calling, in relation to the show. And that was why he answered the phone. And then the person gave out a bank account number. It's Access Bank. I want to post all this so that you can go back and watch it after the show. You can see some of these informations that they're using.
And also, if you look very well on it, the spelling of my name is wrong.
So.
And then they have also put an Access Bank account that you should send me. Please disregard. It is not from me. I do not know who that individual is. I do not know who that person that they put on the thing they are seeking help for. I do have no idea. I have nothing to do with that individual. This is a disclaimer I am putting out there. And they put radio show, it's amazing. So it is the work of hackers. Again, like I said, I'm not going to do too much talking. I have notified the appropriate authorities, and then we will go from there. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Right. So the reason we are doing this is just to let people know, our friends and fans, please disregard this. If you are getting it, it's not coming from any African Voices Radio, David Adodo Show, or coming from Tunde, because they did this. Once they get into the WhatsApp, it connects to me, it connects to anybody that knows him. And some of you guys have our phone number in case you're affected on this also. Please disregard this, okay? We have nothing to do with it. Again, we have nothing to do with it. So on that note, I think we should leave it there for now. On another note, before Tunde takes over the show, I think we're going to be missing somebody today. Somebody that we can say that we dearly, we love him, but he's not going to join us on the show today. We don't think so, but I wanted to give his fans an update on that in case, if at the end of the show it doesn't show up, we know why. Yes. Because tomorrow is his birthday, and that will be David Adodo. Tomorrow is his birthday. I know that he wants some of his fans, some of his politicians also, if I may speak, to probably join him on Facebook tomorrow just to wish him a happy birthday. You guys know how to get in touch with him. You can do that on his Facebook. Please wish him happy birthday. I don't think he's going to join us today because he's probably doing one or two things just to relax, just something that will make him to relax all day tomorrow, being his birthday. Again, on behalf of this show, we're wishing him a happy birthday tomorrow. I know we'll still have to talk to him again, but he's not going to be, I don't think he's going to show up today. He always have an excuse, but we'll take that one today. So, Tunde.
Yeah, that's a very good excuse for him not to be here today. Yes. It's his birthday tomorrow.
You know him. A politician. So we'll just let him go for today and then take it from there.
Yes, and we still do not also have we do not have the Queen as well on the show today right now. Maybe they'll be joining us later, so we'll see how it goes. So pretty much, like I always try to give an update on the situation of things here in the United States and what's going on and all that. It's been like every other country, America, even though, greener pastures and everything, every country has its own problem. Just like we're having issues in Nigeria, America is having issues. So it's not all pleasant, And the issues we're having in this country is the issue of gun control. There's been another shooting, another shooting. Another black man is dead. Another kid, 13-year-old kid, was shot in Chicago. Whether it was justified or not justified, it's not for us to judge. That's why we have the courts. It's for the courts to, justify. But we get emotionally carried away when we see the video and we see what happened. So it is sad because this continues to happen. It continues to happen in less than 90 days? How many shootings? How many killings? There was another one that happened at the FedEx facility. 8 people were killed, and the gunman shot himself, making 9 total. So when you kill one person, you just don't kill that person. You kill their friends, you kill their family with them. You kill them emotionally because they're going to miss that person. And whatever situation you're having, if you're not happy, you're sad, something is bothering you, reach out to people. Talk to someone. Call someone. There's always help out there for you. There's always help. Killing other people that have not done nothing to you, taking your annoyance and stuff out on other people that have not done. Maybe one of those people who you killed might be the one that would even help you. You don't know. But when you don't reach out to people and then you start to kill people and kill yourself. Like, okay, I killed them, I killed myself. There's no justice, there's no law, nobody's going to catch me, no police is going to catch me. You don't know what's going to happen on the other side. I don't know what happens on the other side. I don't know if there's justice for killers. I don't know if you get to the other side, there's something waiting for you. But it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. If you're having a bad day, something is bothering you, reach out. Reach out. There's always someone, there's always a number you can call, there's always someone you can talk to, and that will listen to you. They might not be able to solve all your problems. Problems exist. Problems are always going to be there. Problems don't go nowhere. They always be there. But when you're able to surmount that problem, when you're able to find a way around that problem, not violent by killing. Because even if you kill, guess what? The problem is still there. The problem is not solved. You kill, you take a life, you take 2 lives, take 3 lives, does not solve the problem. The problem is still there. And so, wouldn't it be better to reach out for help and seek help and talk to someone and find a solution or a way around that problem rather than killing? I don't even think if you kill people and kill yourself that your soul will rest. I don't know, because that problem carries on with you. not just our problem alone, but the lives that you have taken carries on with you. It is a sad thing we're going through in the United States, where we're killing ourselves. It's really, truly sad. And I hope that the government and the authorities concerned with, get a grip of this, and because innocent lives, people are dying every day. It's I mean, people die all over the world, every day, but we have to do something. We have to do something. Mr. Charles.
Just like you said, every country have their own issues. I know that people in Nigeria will be, they probably relate to what what we're saying now. They're having some gun violence in Nigeria. The only difference here is that when we do, sometimes there's justice, sometimes there's not. In Nigeria is that they don't, completely, there hasn't been so far justice on those people that are using firearms, killing people. And then the funny thing, the difference here is that the ones that are here is illegal guns. Some of them they are not illegal. Most people here own guns legally. But on the one that really, really affects this country is when it affects the people that were given rights, to defend the people as some of the ones that are getting involved in this kind of killings, because it has been something between the police and most of the, it's not that it doesn't happen outside police, but the one that we're talking about here sometimes is just police against civilians. Innocent ones that don't really have guns themselves, but it's just so unfortunate that's the sad side of it here in America. That the people that they want to protect are the ones that we're not here to judge, but that's the fact is that it happens and it continues to happen. They have never been they've never talked about how to stop it, or how to make some people responsible for that kind of act. I remember the last one that happened, the officer said that he mistakenly thought he was pulling his teaser, but unfortunately he pulled the gun. And then one thing about the officers here, don't get me wrong, they are very good officers, believe me. They are very good police officers out there. But most of the time, against you and them, they will believe them. They're going to believe the police officers here because they are meant to be believed in whatever they said. So most of the time, whatever they said is just like that in Nigeria. You cannot believe whatever a police officer says in Nigeria. It does. They are just 1 or 2% of them that you can believe what they're saying. But here, I think the numbers is in 90s. So sometimes when the bad ones come out here to say something, it's kind of hard not to listen to them or believe in what they're saying. In as much as some of officers, even the chief of that area, I think some of them have resigned or something, saying that, it's an accidental kind of a thing, but it goes a long way when somebody loses their life this way. Didn't do nothing, just a suspect, and now we're talking about teenagers. At what point, so it really, really was a sad news in the last couple of weeks about all these shootings involving the police and then civilians. But, the government said they're going to, they're introducing some kind of rules or something, but we haven't seen it yet. Because the only thing is to find a way to hold them accountable for this. Maybe before they shoot, they will think twice. You see, another thing is some people are saying, why don't you shoot the person at the leg? What's true? You once you pull that gun, thinking that the person has gone, it end up that he doesn't have gone. So he didn't shoot you. You are the one that shoot him, So why don't you aim, somewhere below the belt where that it will not really kill him right away, but that's what the story is. It's been a sad news all along this week about all this. And at the same time, the Floyd case that was going on, I think jury's going to start deliberation. Is it Monday or they're going to give verdict on Monday? I don't know when. I think they're going to start deliberating on Monday.
Yes, they're going to, they're going to be doing their conclusion remarks and all that on Monday.
On Monday.
Just like you rightly said, the thing that, gets you the most is the people that are supposed to protect and serve. The police are the one doing all this. If it's folks shooting themselves back and forth, you say, they have a beef. That's why they're doing that. But the police, this is who you run to when you have problems.
Yes.
These are the people you're supposed to run to when you have issues. They are the ones, trigger happy, if I can use that word, shooting people and causing all kinds of things. So it makes you a little bit apprehensive. If you're a black man in America, it makes you a little bit, you have to do all the best you can to protect yourself, or you do all the best you can to avoid having any confrontation or every situation with law enforcement, which is very sad. Going to the issue of the gentleman, Dante Wright, that was shot. The officer was saying taser, but she pulled her weapon. And like one of the attorneys was saying on TV, there's a difference in weight between a taser and a weapon. They come in two different colors.
Right,
And
but
then before you shoot somebody, you usually point the gun ahead of you. So even if you accidentally pulled and you pointed the gun ahead of you, didn't you see the color of what you pointed? I mean, I'm not an attorney, but this is what I'm hearing when I listen to the, to the story in the news and all that kind of stuff, that they are coming to that conclusion. The officer was arrested, was locked up for a day. I mean, she didn't even spend a day in jail. She made bail, she's out. But the case goes on, So pretty much that's what is going on here, that's making the news, making the rounds. Aside from the coronavirus vaccine, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine has also been halted because 6 people developed blood clots. 1 person died. So they're looking into what the situation is, why this vaccine is causing all these blood clots and all that kind of problem. A lot of the vaccine have been administered, but only 6 people so far have had this issue. My question is and maybe you can shed some light on it, Mr. Charles. Before the United States approved this vaccine, Europe and Africa, or South Africa, they were having issues with the same vaccine that it was causing blood clots and all that kind of stuff. I do not know, why, if the vaccine is causing that kind of issues, why would they introduce it here? But they went ahead and introduced it. Maybe the numbers were small. The blood clot numbers were small in those countries, but every life that is lost is not small. Every life that is lost is somebody.
Right. That's true. That's true, Tunde. But the thing is something we have to know. We're not doctors, actually.
Yes.
But just for the things that we know and read about this vaccine, it's the thing is, these people that are usually having these issues are the ones that have some medical problem. If you look at the number in proportionate to what has been vaccinated, is 1% is a lot. 1 person dying, as far as this country is concerned, 1 life. That's the difference between this country and maybe Nigeria or something. 1 life in this country means a lot.
Oh yeah. 1
person dying means a lot. It's a big deal in this country. So now when you're talking about 6 or 7 people, almost 170 plus, if I'm not mistaken, have been vaccinated already. And we're talking about 6, 7 people having a side effect. Everybody knows this vaccine really will have side effect. What we don't know is what the side effect will be, because bodies are different. Some people, it gave them fever. Some people, it didn't do nothing. For me, I took Johnson & Johnson. My son took Johnson & Johnson. But I can tell you, I never felt even the needle where it went up to. And then those people that did it, once they took that, the reaction started. Okay? So what we don't know, they put on hold on it for now because six is a big number. That's what we're talking about. This is where we talk about government. This is where we talk about government.
Oh, hold on, Charles. This is where we talk about a responsible government.
Okay, when you talk about because they have to look at it. It's only 6. Can you imagine in our country? I don't even know if they've actually looked at it at all. I don't know how many people they think have died, but the question is, maybe people took it, but the thing is this: we never know what kills people. You see, once somebody dies, I don't know how far they go with autopsy or things, but here, you see, they have to do the autopsy. After that one person, only one person have died so far, and they find out that they had a blood clot. And that's why other ones that are having any symptoms, then they started testing them. And they find out that they're having a blood clot also. But this thing happens immediately. But you got to understand, these people have an underlying disease going on. So I don't know whether it is the medication that they take or whatever, but the only thing that it shows how responsible a government should be.
Yes.
If not for anything, nobody wants to lose somebody because of this. But if you look at it, 160, 170 million plus. Remember, US just started shots how many months ago? So somewhere January. Some other countries started this way back last year.
Yes.
And now United States now have become #1 country that have vaccinated more people than ever. Even more people than some countries put together in their number. Because there are some countries that are about 5 million people or 10 million people. But you're talking about 100 and the goals is they are 350. The goals is about 250. But now that they put on hold on Johnson & Johnson, it's gonna slow down the number. But they are saying that it's not gonna affect them because they will continue to use the other Moderna and then the Pfizer also. So yeah, it's so unfortunate about those people that are having the issue. But I'm sure that they are back in the lab now, looking at it.
Yes, that is, to buttress what you said, that is what a responsible government is.
Yes.
The president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, returned back to the country from his medical trip, in London. That is Nigeria's hospital in London. So it's his visit there.
He came out of the hospital, the Nigerian hospital in London. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he came out of the hospital, Nigerian hospital in London, and he returned back to Nigeria. The sad thing there is that not every Nigerian has that opportunity of even going to a hospital in Nigeria, not to talk of outside of Nigeria. But you see, our president, it's so much we can say about that. You understand? Our concern mostly should be about the citizenry, about the people, how to lift them up. What can we do? What are they doing so that people can keep hope alive? Because there's really nothing you're going to say, you're going to talk about that's going to change what is going on now. It is so sad that people in Nigeria don't have medical care, but our leaders can conveniently board a plane and go outside of the country. With all the medical expertise we have in Nigeria, they can conveniently board a plane and go, outside of Nigeria for treatment and don't care about the citizenry. At what point are we going to start caring about people? Then again, I don't blame them. The same people you care about are the same one that will come out and stab you in the back. So it's like either way you get messed up. It's a double-edged sword. You don't understand what I'm saying? It's a double-edged sword, because the same people that you're trying to help, if they don't like you or don't like what you're doing, they're the ones also going to sell you out and cause problems for you. So it's a double-edged sword. So I do not know, but I choose to do good. No matter what, I would choose to do good. Whether they realize it or not, whether they are doing something bad, I still choose to do good. You understand? Because I don't see any other choice but to do good.
Anyway, Tunde, I know that we're having a guest, a doctor that's supposed to join us today. So we don't know what I don't know whether he got too busy or he went back to work today, emergency or whatever. But at least we heard that the doctors are back.
Yes.
And then the doctors are back. Mr. Buhari himself is back. But again, I'm seeing things they're talking about on social media again that they might go back to strike if whatever their demands are not met.
Yes.
So I mean, I was reserving those conversations with the doctor that's supposed to come on board. But one thing about it, like you said, our people, man, I just don't know, Tunde. If you do this, is that. If you don't do this, is that. People will, if you don't join them in doing the things that they call, what they call norms, they will be like, okay, this guy, you come here to spoil our whatever. And if you don't do it, they're going to kick you out. It's just that as far as I'm concerned, I'm not in that position, but if I'm in that position today, regardless of what anybody says, I have to do what is right. If not for anything, maybe I'm doing it now because I've seen the other side of the story, living in Nigeria, seeing how things are being done here, and then how it's been done all over the world. If I'm in Nigeria, I don't care whatever they said. If I'm in control of that department, we're gonna do it right.
Oh yeah.
No matter what anybody says, we're going to do it right.
Yeah.
And that's why, some people will say, oh, even when you come to do it, some people will threaten you. See, what people didn't know is, Trump is not, for me, I don't like using Trump as an example in certain things, is when you're doing some services to people, always go to them. Always go to them and tell them, and that's what he does all the time. He goes back to his so-called, followers and keep telling them the same story. So if we are out there, for example, is Buhari want to do good? Assuming Buhari said, okay, I am going to make sure that Nigerians will have electricity today. And then he said that to all his executives. And guess what? All his executives come back to him and say, oh, no, you can't do it because if you do it, this is so important. His generator will do this. He will not give us money again. Listen, I'll come back to the people and tell them, listen, this is what I want to do. This is this and that and that and that. Now they are threatening me. And you'll be surprised how people will support how people will support you. And guess what? Nothing is going to happen to you. In as much as you've come against them, because what it is today, these people that are doing this, trust me, you know why they're doing things and getting away with in Nigeria. This is one thing, and it happens since all over where. I remember when Obama was president, there's a lot of people that don't like him. There's a lot of white people, racist people that don't like him. But guess what? It's not removing him or trying to kill him. It's not the hardest thing. Because the consequence is what they think about. If we remove this guy, this country might burn down. So guess what? We're not going to touch him. Rather, we will make sure that another black person don't become a president. You see, these are the things that people will do for you. If the reason why all these senators and whatever are getting away with the things that they're not supposed to do is because people have not come against them. If people is Nigerian masses, like I just said, rightly said, if Buhari wants to do good, and there's people in the government that are blocking him from doing that good thing, he comes out, he reaches out to Nigerians and said, this is exactly what is happening, and these are the people that are doing this so that this will not happen. You'd be surprised. People will get rid of those people that are the stunning block for him to do those good stuff for Nigeria.
That's true, but I'm a little bit worried with these doctors going back on strike again because again, Nigeria is a country where we don't really keep data, so you really cannot tell. The last time that we went on strike, how many people died? How many lives were lost that were not supposed to be lost? Simple things that they're supposed to take care of, and then people die because they're on strike. I still don't get it. I wish we have the doctor on the show now so that he can explain to us, because I don't understand how things run and how things work.
Right, I don't understand.
I try to put myself in their shoes, but it's the person who wears the shoes that can explain better than you just imagining things. So I know what I read in the media, but it's not the same thing as when you're hearing from someone who wears the shoe, who's in there. So we're going to leave that. If at least sometime during the course of the show he joins us, then we'll put those questions out to him. But everybody just do the best you can. Take care of yourself. I do not know what's going to happen, but it is sad that they have to go back again on strike. Health is something that you don't play with. Health is very, very important. Healthcare is very, very important. So if one person falls sick, that's the entire family. It affects everybody. The mother, the father, everybody has a headache. I know of different families that are going through it. So what we're going to take a break now. Jason has signaled to me that we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back on the other side of the break. We're going to be discussing some other issues. So Jason, if you're ready for us, we're ready. We can take the break, and then we'll come back. Thank you.
Yes.
Listening to African Voices Radio.
First, let me say to you, I cannot wait to see you. You are the treasure I've been waiting for. Do you know how much I really need you? I dey pray for the day when I can finally kiss you. Say every day I dey pray for you. Oh, in my heart today is a permanent place for you. That's why my heart it a beat like do get. Cause now you I choose, so I am fair, me I am fair. I sing for you wanna be like do get. Baby now you I go pick up, I am fair, me I am fair. What there you go? See I may not give the world to you, but I'll give you what I have. Baby, oh, you are my angel, oh. Koduro life, me, oh. Shabby, you know, say every day I dey pray for you. Oh, in my heart, oh, there's a permanent place for you. That's why my heart it a beat like do get. Cause now you I choose, so I am fair, me, I am fair. I sing for you, wanna be like do get. Baby, now you I go pick up, I am fair, me, I am fair. Only for you it'll be like do get, oh. I sing for you, my baby, oh. Do get, oh. Oh, I am fair, me, oh, you fair, me, oh.
Yes, so we're back from our quick break. So, Mr. Charles, you were saying something as we were going to break.
Yes, there's one hospital that I just come across in Lagos, Lekki.
Yes.
Tunde.
Yes.
I'm trying to find out. I'm gonna research again and see the name of this hospital. It's in Lekki.
Okay.
Tunde, this hospital is one of the best hospital, probably, if not in Africa.
Wow.
It is a private, I think it's an American-owned hospital. They're all over the world. And they have one. Tunde, you need to see this, but I'm going to research and get something star. But it's somewhere in Lekki. I mean, as good as a hospital can be. It's unbelievable. When I saw that, I saw the I don't know which show that I saw that. You know, it was it's a newly built hospital with every. What I didn't find out is how does it operate? Does it operate in gen or does it operate with electricity? But there's nothing. There's nothing that is not in this hospital. Comes to equipment, standard is above standard.
Wow.
Yes,
So if we have,
and I wanted to probably throw it out today so that people, if they can have this hospital, at least two in every state in Nigeria, I don't think we'll be having those all those issues we are having due to lack of
two is even too small, Mr. Well, you said at least. You said at least, so you know that means I think that
you should have hospitals every county.
Yeah,
I mean, too.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, just for a start, you know.
Yeah.
But it's something for people to know. You know, like I said, Nigeria is. We still have some good things in Nigeria, but the thing is that the bad numbers the good, and that's where those little things, you know, looks like it doesn't exist. You know. And I think this is it's not a private hospital. As everybody can go to this hospital. It is down in Lekki, that I know for a fact. But I'm gonna look for the name is what I'm trying to get now.
Okay.
Which I will probably by the end of the show. I will do that.
All right, cool. So if we're able to have a facility like that,
yes,
how many people can afford it? That's another issue. You know, because I know it comes with a huge price tag. You understand what I'm saying? Even the Asu Rock Hospital that we have, our president still goes abroad for treatment. You understand what I'm saying? So what will it cost? What will it take to build a hospital for the common you and I to go to when we are sick? You understand what I'm saying? Right. How much do they need to put these facilities together? What will it cost? The budget of the National Assembly can build how many hospitals?
Oh, please. The thing is this. One thing, and I keep saying it on this show, and you know, you go through the Nigerian budget every year.
Yes.
That's a budget.
Yes.
Federal, that's a budget for hospital.
Yes.
State, that's a budget for hospital.
Yes.
Local, that's a budget for hospital. That's
Correct.
a budget for people's salary. So my question is, you know, that's something that nobody asks all these senators or all these people, because number one, they don't grant interviews. That's one thing you've seen politicians in Nigeria. They don't do that. Even our president don't grant interviews. So what happens to that money that is budgeted? Well, you know, because in this country, after they do all these budgets, it goes to the department that the money is budgeted to.
Yes.
So, but here, I think what they do, but again, too much powers in the hands of the governors and then senators or whatever. You know, they use this money as their own private money and put it in whatever bank they want. Eat the interest. On top of the fact they eat the interest, they also eat the salary for a year. Because when they do all these budgets, I mean, I'm a novice, but at least I know that the budget, when you do a budget, you already know number of teachers you have. You already know number of staffs or police people you have. You already know their salaries. You put everything, their vacation, their med, everything comes in together. So why are those people not getting that after the budget and the money is released? That's a question that I've never seen any press person ask these politicians when they have the chance to do that. I don't even know. I think you're not allowed to ask questions. Unless
you must understand that the press does not enjoy that kind of freedom. There are certain questions and certain things that you want to ask. You know, you have to be careful what you ask them.
Right, right. I think we saw the one of
yes.
what was the one that slapped the journalist after access.
Yes, there are certain things that you cannot. The press is not that free. It's like your questions have to be tailored to such that it does not reveal or you don't get the accurate answer. Or when you ask the question, they tell you that they are only answerable to their wife. You know, right. So all those kind of crazy responses that they give. You know, where the press is not free. You know, as much as possible as the press is supposed to be the anchor supposed to be the ones to make sure that ask the questions. Somebody is in charge. Somebody is in charge of, people's pensions. Somebody is in charge of teachers' salary. Somebody is in charge of the policemen getting their salary on time. Somebody is in charge of the police making sure they have their uniform and their boots. Somebody is in charge of all these things, and their money budgeted for all these things. But all these things never get done, So where does the money go? Accountability. Nobody is asking. Because even when you ask, they don't have an answer for you. Because even when you ask, they will tell you, but something will come up. Why are you making too much trouble? They give you 10%, you shut up. That's the end of the story. But the problem persists. The problem persists and it keeps increasing. So it is unbelievable. We have to do right.
It is.
Things will not get better. We keep doing bad. It's not good. We have to do right. That's the only way we're going to move ahead. And the generations coming, this generations coming behind us, these are people that will see as doing things bad as good. Because that is what they see. That is what we're living for them. That's what they are seeing. That's what they are perceiving. You're having a situation where education does not mean anything. Education don't mean anything. Yes, it is true. You don't need education to be rich if you work hard. True. But again, education can help. It's a plus. There are billionaires and millionaires in the world that didn't get a university degree and all that. But they work hard. They worked hard and they surrounded themselves with people
that are educated. You're right.
That are educated and are able to push them along to get to where they are today. So you cannot compromise education. You cannot. Education is golden. You cannot compromise education because that is what lays the foundation for that spring you forward. You cannot compromise education. You cannot compromise security. You cannot compromise housing. You cannot compromise feeding. These are things that you cannot compromise. These are things that you're supposed to look into to help to move your nation, to move people forward. You have to make the environment right. I know I'm preaching to the air because so many people have said this and before me, and people have continued to saying it. And we're not seeing any changes. It is so crazy. But that is what is going on. And over the weekend, during the week, we had the issue with Patami that was put out that he is part of Boko Haram. The man denied.
That one of the sponsors.
Yeah, one of the sponsors. Yeah, you're a sponsor. You're part of it, so you're putting money into it. So,
let's just go by what is written. Yes.
Yes. So, is the minister? He's one of the ministers in Nigeria. Let me see what is minister for again. Or Charles, if you know what is minister for.
Yeah, he's one of the ministers in Nigeria.
Yeah, he's a minister, secretary spending. Okay. So, but anyway, it was put out that he's one of the sponsors of Boko Haram. He came out and denied it. And then before the end of the week, the man resigned. I understand that some other things came up to buttress the fact that he's a part of the Boko Haram group. It was all over the media throughout the week in Nigeria. So it is, I don't know. That is why it has been so hard to deal with Boko Haram. Because members of Boko Haram are in the government. Right? So when the members of Boko Haram are in the government, and Boko Haram is committing all these atrocities, killing people, kidnapping people, raping women, raping children, and doing all these things, and you are a sponsor of that, how does that make you feel? I'm just asking. People don't have conscience, they don't have a soul anymore. How does that make you feel? What do you gain from that? Inflicting terror on people, harm on people. How does that make you feel? Think about it for a second. You don't care for the lives of the people that were destroyed. You don't care for the children, the women, ladies that were raped. How does that make you feel? And then when they put you out there and they find out this is what you're doing, you come out and deny. And now there's proof that, yes, that's what you're doing. And now you have, it's all over. It is sad. Yes.
I have a question. Could this?
Yes, go ahead, Jay.
knowing the facts, I'm looking at Nigeria is the sixth largest Christian population in the world, 87 million Christians. And then you have the Muslim population, which is the fifth largest in the world, over 90 million Muslims. I mean, is this a Muslim versus Christian, attack? I mean, is this more of a race? I mean, religious war as opposed to, or religious hate as opposed to cultural or differences of northern Nigerians versus southern Nigerians, because Boko Haram at the end of the day is a Muslim extremist group.
Yeah, Jay. Yeah, you're right. The thing I don't understand about this religious thing that we are fighting for God. You cannot fight for God. Because if God wants to do anything, you cannot stop him. You can't. You cannot say you're doing this in the name of God, killing people, maiming people, rape. Did God tell you to go rape those women? And you say you're fighting for God? Did God tell you to kill children? You say you're fighting for God for religious purpose. Why? You cannot fight for God. God, if he wants to do anything, nobody can stop him. He is God. G-O-D. Nobody can stop him. Nobody. So going to do all those things, atrocities, or because you are fighting for God in the name of Allah and all that. Even the Muslim religion does not just use religion as something to pave way. The Muslim religion is a very peaceful religion. It's not a religion that warrants all that. They just use religion for their purpose.
Yeah.
They use religion for their purpose. Yes.
It goes against the Quran. Yeah.
It goes against the Quran. So they use religion for their purpose. Nobody can stop God. Nobody. The breath that you breathe to go and come, you don't own the breath. If God says he's taking that breath before you go to attack those people, you can't stop him. You can't. And you inflict all this harm and all these things, and you say, oh, because of religion, or because they are not my part of my religion, or because they are rich and are poor, or because they dress in this particular way that they're not supposed to dress. Who are you to choose for people? Who are you? Look at the world. No two people are the same. Even twins have different characters, have different choices, have different means of doing things. Those are twins from the same womb. So how do you think everybody will be like you? Not just in Nigeria alone, all over the world. Going to churches to burn down churches, killing innocent people that are worshiping. Why? Even going to mosques to do the same thing. Why? Why are you fighting God's fight? Let him fight his fight. He's God. He can fight his fight. He can fight his battle. He doesn't need you. So don't use religion and God as a means of inflicting harm, as a means of getting by and hurting people. No. Christianity, Islam are peaceful religion. Peaceful religion. So what are you trying to achieve if it is not your political, ambitions? Because all you have to do is to keep control and put fear into people. Once you put fear into them, you have control. Once you put fear into people, they are scared. And that makes you happy. Big man. You have inflicted fear into them. But that big man may not wake up tomorrow morning. That is God. Brother Charles.
Yes. Going back to what Jason said, Boko Haram actually is a northern part of I think it's the Muslim part of it. But when you talk to real Muslims, they will tell you. I mean, we have Muslims all over. The Muslims know that violence is against the Quran. I mean, yes. Not to say that there's not people that believes to the Quran that don't do violence. We see what is happening in Afghanistan. We see what is happening all over Iran and all that. they are all these so-called Muslim, but these are, I don't know what you call the fanatic ones or whatever. They want to, kind of Muslimize the whole part of northern Nigeria. I mean, we don't know why, but this is a crime against Muslims also that they do. It's a crime against the Muslims. So, by the Muslims, so, and then also, they try also reach out to some of the Christians that are in that Muslim country, in that Muslim part of the world. So, Boko Haram, we just, the thing is that they claim to be Muslims, but the people that are the actual Muslims will tell you that they are not. But they believe in their own whatever that they're trying to, whatever the ambition is, they're trying to reach, But the fact that it is some of these so-called prominent Muslim Nigerian people that are supporting them, there's no doubt about it. You talk about this gentleman, whatever you call his name, Fatah something, Fatami. The man actually, allegedly for now, what happened is it was allegedly that he supports it, so he finances this Boko Haram people, and then either the Nigerian people or the northern part of that area, they wrote to United States. They wrote to the Nigerian embassy, American embassy in Nigeria, to have them check if the guy is on ABI list watch, because they know that they think he's a terrorist. They think he's being classified as a terrorist. So what they did is they replied the email, they replied the letter and told them that this is not for this department. If they want to know, they should write straight to the FBI. Okay, and ABI probably will be in that position to answer that question. So, Americans are, the fact that the American embassy is Nigeria, it does not speak on behalf of things that is outside their jurisdiction. So that's what happened last week. And then people still believe strongly that man, for whatever source they had, that the man have hands in all that in financing this group. So right now, for him to resign, I don't know who made that call, for whether he made that call himself or the government officially, have approved that he's one of their sponsors. I don't know, but that was what leaked out. It leaked out this couple of weeks, and then if he resigned, that leads to his for him resigning. But it's so unfortunate. The thing is this: people can say Nigeria is very religious. Think about this in a moment. Think about this in a minute. Outside the entertainment industry in Nigeria, we all know about that. Movies, music, that economy is growing. There's no doubt. What else do you think that grows in Nigeria? Religion and crime.
And crime.
They go together. So what does that tell you? Religion and crime grows like wildfire in Nigeria.
Politics grows too. Politics grows too.
The number. No. Politics already there. We know what they can do. The only thing that every day born again, born that, Muslim that, everyday gunmen, bandits, kidnappers, these 491s or whatever you call them, 911, everything.
119.
Yahoo boys or whatever. These are the things that grow like crazy every day in Nigeria. So what does that tell you? Nigerians don't know God. Anybody can say whatever they want. And the thing is this: when I'm saying something, I'm saying majority. I'm not, like I said before, good things happen. There's a lot of good things in Nigeria. But the fact is that the bad things at this moment, at numbers, the good thing. That is, you have some good policemen in Nigeria. Question is, how many of them? Talk about the policemen. IG, the current IG just dissolved the investigative department in Lagos?
Yes.
Port
Harcourt, yes.
Because of what? because of things like that, they are not doing what they're supposed to do.
Yes.
So we come here, we say Nigerians are so religious. What kind of religious are we talking here? I'm talking about Muslim and Christianity. What kind of religion? And then we're having all this unrest. We're having all this corruption. Who are these people? Who are these people that are so religious? So it's the same religious people that are committing all these crimes. Probably they are using the religion. They're using religion as a shed. You know, every time you see a Nigerian person, we say, how are you doing today? The next thing you hear, we thank God. What are you thanking God for? How are you doing today? They study, we thank God, or we praise God. I mean, this is typical of our people.
Yeah, they say that because with the kind of the environment that you live in Nigeria, you survive every second, every minute. You have to give thanks to God.
Let's be realistic. If Nigeria is as religion as they claim, Tunde, if you see you are $2 million on the street, you come back 24 hours, it's still there. It will be there. If Nigerians are not, hey, people's gonna be calling. I know that very soon people are allowed to call. People.
Yes, people are allowed to call. I have put it out there. You can join the conversation.
You are talking about our pastor, blah blah blah. Nigerian came up with this man of God. Who is not man of God? Who is not man of God? Please give me a break. Who is not man of God? Who is a man of devil? And they believe in this. They believe in this so much, but still, we're still having these problems we're having. That is probably what God have told us. Stop sin. All this, because of the way Nigerians are sin, these are our punishments. Probably Nigeria, we have more sinners in Nigeria. That's why we're having all these problems. Put it that way. Because this is the punishment of people. When you continue to sin against God, what happened to you? Good things never come to you. That's exactly what is happening in our country. There's so many sinners, and that's why we're having all these problems. We're getting all these punishments.
Yeah, it is sad. It is sad. I still honestly believe that we have to keep religion away from politics. We have to put.
That's the way it has always been.
Have to.
There's a separation between church and what?
Church and
government.
Yeah.
Yes, government will be chasing you. If you run into a church, they will leave you alone until you come out from the church. So they don't interfere with their affairs. That's why the seminaries, why all the churches are, those days, that's where people run to. Okay, there's a separation of that. But guess what now? Let Buhari come to. It doesn't matter any state in Nigeria. Look behind him. You see a pastor. You see Okochukwu. You see Archdeacon. You see Bishop. You see this person. What for? When he goes, he visits. He goes with all the Christian leaders you can think of on a visit. All the militaries, all the police. What is that? What is that? What kind of? I mean, listen, I'm born and raised Christian, and I'm as far as I'm concerned, I'm still a Christian. It's between me and my God. But I cannot take the fact that Nigerians are so religious. If we are so religious, why are we being punished with all these sins? Why?
Yeah. We are the cause of our nemesis. I mean, all the problems, we are the one causing problems for ourselves. It is so hard for people to do the right thing, and if people don't do the right thing, things happen. There are, consequences of doing things that are wrong. It's very, very simple. It's the order of life. You have a choice of good or bad. Yeah. If you choose good, things are okay. If you do bad, there are consequences. So it's the order of life. But too many times people choose to do bad, and so things are never okay. And the thing is that it triples down. It triples down.
Yeah.
The money you steal today is money that are supposed to pay for somebody's salary. It's supposed to be, when that money pays for that person's salary, that person takes care of his family with that money. You understand? So you see how it affects everybody. It triples down. But one person sits on it, he doesn't care. So it affects everybody. That is why every time, university lecturers are on strike, non-academic staff are on strike, doctors are on strike. I have not seen the National Assembly go on strike. When are they going to go on strike? Because they are getting their money and their benefits, so they won't go on strike, and they're getting more. So let us see. The National Assembly, if they don't have any problem, the ministers and everybody, they don't have any, so they don't go on strike. And they are not doing anything because they are getting their money, they're getting paid. So there's no need for them to go on strike. So why don't they make the rest of the country, all these people that are going on strike, why don't you take care of their situation so that they don't go on strike, just like you don't go on strike? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then things will move forward. But they don't reason like that. They don't reason like that. They would rather just, amass everything to themselves and don't care about other people. You can go on strike all you want. I'm going to have my own. And that's their attitude. And that's the way they do. So it trickles down. There's a family today who don't know what they're going to eat tonight. There's a family today that's probably just surviving, or maybe a loaf of bread or water to go to sleep, to wake up tomorrow morning and don't even know, the mother don't know where the food is going to come from. There are families that are suffering. People don't have access to good water, ordinary water. They don't have access to good water. They drink, well water. And then they fall sick. They have typhoid fever. And there's money allocated for them to provide that good water. Somebody sits on that money and enjoy. And they say they enjoy life. It's amazing what they call enjoyment. And they say they enjoy life.
Oh. No.
It is amazing. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. You build a big house, have 10 cars, 15 cars, have 20 girlfriends, have one wife in the house, go everywhere, Dubai everywhere, and that is enjoying life. Amazing. What they call it, life enjoyment.
Well, Mr.
Child.
Yes, I know you're talking about, you just said something about enjoying life.
Yes.
I mean, life means different things to different people. I mean, yes, the way Nigerians enjoys life because they do have time to do this, get together and do that and do that. But one thing is this, I'm sorry we're talking about this religion thing. There's one thing we know in order to develop country, regardless of your religion. Look at what happens during the ENSA, protest. If you look at that young men and women, this is what they call a true, and I can guarantee you today, if you go check the history, the real, we're talking about the real protesters, the real, the youths that did this.
The authentic protesters.
Yes, the authentic one. Before this, those ones come from wherever they come to mess up everything. Remember that was one thing that they did, or they've always had in mind. They weren't doing that thing alone for themselves. If you look at some of their requests, the thing is how to change everybody's life in Nigeria, including the ones that have offended them and the ones that have not offended them. But God now, Nigeria, nobody cares about each other in Nigeria. Nobody. Don't listen to all these things they're saying. Nobody in Nigeria will come out, except it was shown when, during this ENSA protest, you can see that those people are there. Some of them were even, the people that came to fight or to whatever against them, they fed them water. They did have conversations with them. You see, the thing is this, you cannot sit down and say, it does not affect me. Therefore, no, that's one problem in our place. They're talking about this church. What is one thing? That's one thing, as we all know, increase it. Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. Doesn't exist in Nigeria.
The queen has joined us. Queen, how you doing?
I'm okay. I will soon join you. I will soon put it on video. I'm about to step out of my job. I've been at work since morning, and I apologize. And I've been listening to all the discussions this morning, and this is what we do every time. This is the David Adodo Show, I know, and I'm trying to announce it again. This is what we do every weekend, and we talk about the problem we have in Africa, especially Nigeria, where we really know it. We use this as a case study every time. The only thing I just want to say, just what Mr. Charles just mentioned now, that we don't love ourselves, we don't care for ourselves. From my own belief and from my own perspective, I believe we love ourselves individually. If you care for your neighbor, if you see that somebody is sick and you bring out the little you have to help that particular person, go on social media where they post that somebody is sick or a child needs social support, maybe $2 million to take the person, for medical treatment. You see the way Nigerians contribute money. Even 500 naira, 1,000 naira, people contribute individually, not from government. Unfortunately, we have a rotten structure that doesn't care for nobody. The country had really gone down ever since we left military rule to civilian rule. The system became nosedive. And why it became that, we can't even explain. And we know the answer. But when the wealth of a nation is in the hands of few, those few will oppress people. And the easy way you can get people to succumb to you is for you to oppress them, to make them go hungry. They will lose their self-esteem. They lose every confidence they have in themselves. And that is the problem we have in that country. Nigeria is so great. Nigeria is is the largest country in Africa. So what happened all of a sudden? How did we get ourselves here? Because we have a rotten society. We have the rotten law, rotten people governing us ever since independence. And it's still like that. And they don't want the change. The people that are in their 80s, they're very close to their grave. They are not ready to make the power. And this power, they are not taking it anywhere. Why can't we build Nigeria? The king of Dubai said Dubai doesn't have anything, no mineral resources. But look at the way the guy built that place today. Unfortunately, we don't have visionary leaders. We have leaders that they just come out to talk, to sweet up people. And that's why when you want to ask them questions, they shut you down. They don't want you to ask the question that is reasonable, that for people to say, for real, it's true. But we all know the truth. But unfortunately, the citizens have been so oppressed that there's nothing they can do. Somebody that is hungry, you can't expect that person to go out and do anything, because the person would first of all think of food. We live in a sane society. We live in a society that takes care of their citizens, irrespective of your color or where you come from. Why can't we emulate that in Nigeria? We keep blaming the colonial masters. How many years ago? Ghana is about just maybe 3 states in Nigeria. And look at the way Ghana is, because they have good leader. Because they have good leader. But what is happening to us? The only thing we do is we talk. But I know by talking every time, solution will come one day. And I believe we're getting closer. Let's see what 2023 will be. Because I know a whole lot of people, they're waking up from their slumber. They're waking up from a bag of rice that is going to sustain them for just maybe a month or 2 months. And they will now sell their conscience for 4 years. Who does that? Now they said, no, we are not interested in whatever stupid food you're giving us that we're going to feed you for how many days. And you're not going to deliver. You're not going to do nothing. The system is gone. We are in trouble. With what is... I can categorically say that there is war in Nigeria. There is war. The only thing is, it's not really open to the international body, although they might know, but they're still keeping quiet. Not until they think boomerang. Nigeria is in war. They kill people every day, and nothing is being done. Nothing is done. Do we have a government? I can't answer that. But we all know the answer is a capital no. But who is going to be a Messiah? Who is going to take us out of this problem we find ourselves? We didn't cause it. The innocent citizens out there, they don't cause it. I grew up in Nigeria. Likewise, all of us. It wasn't like this. But what happened? How many years? We're talking about maybe 20 years ago. That was when we started having this issue. No salaries are not being paid. Nobody's answering any question. Unfortunately, people will continue to go to work because they can't sit at home doing nothing. So it's real trouble. It's real trouble, T. Mr. Charles, Nigeria is in trouble. We need help. And I believe, I still believe that if everybody want to go, let us go and see what's going to happen. Let us leave and see what will happen. Probably things might be better. We don't know. Because it's like we're forcing ourselves to be one. As a particular ethnic group in Nigeria are saying, we're not one. We want to rule you people. So what are we talking about? There are no good hospitals. And they vote money every year for hospitals. They vote money every year to repair roads. Where are the roads? There's no electricity. There are no good roads. People die every day on our roads in Nigeria. And nothing is being done. Why are they oppressing us? Why are they treating us like that? It's a shame. And these are people, they come to advanced country every time. They see the way it works. And they're not making their own country to be comfortable. If you embezzle money, a whole lot of money, and you cannot enjoy the money you have in your country, where are you going to enjoy it? Nowhere. You can only enjoy your money in your country of birth, because that's where you know. When you steal money and you take the money to another country for them to develop their country, it's a shame. Shame on you. It's a big shame. It is a big shame. It pierces my heart. It saddens my heart when we discuss this every time. We talk about this every time. What future do we have for the younger generation? Nothing. And they send their own children abroad to come and study. And when they come back, they have jobs waiting for them in strategic positions. The people that suffer to send their children to school, those people, they are on the streets, roaming about every day, doing nothing. There are no jobs because government is not providing no jobs. There are no industry, no factory, nothing. Recently, the headquarters of Twitter, I think, they're taking it to Ghana. Is Nigeria safe for anybody to come and invest? Capital, no. Companies like Nestle, they took their headquarters from Nigeria to Ghana. Total just left Nigeria to Ghana. But they still get their crude from Nigeria. So that means there's no safety in your country. That's just what it means. There's no safety. A country where there's no security, then nobody is going to feel comfortable to do anything in that country. That is it. That is it, T. It's sad. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Queen, we all agree and concur with everything that you have enumerated. It is very, very unfortunate that things are the way they are. But anyway, we're almost coming to the end of this show, and we're going to round up in a little bit. But I just want to give the last word to my brother Charles before we can round up.
Yeah. Okay, Tunde. The thing is this: a lot of things that Queen said. We're gonna take out emotions or something. Personally, I'm not the right person sometimes, but I don't think I believe in the statement that the Northerners wants to rule us. The thing is this: is the people that are representing us are the ones that are giving it to them. I don't think because we have PDP in the east, we have APC in the east, you have in the south, you have whatever. When they go where they go, yes, politics is about negotiating and something like that, but I don't think that these people that are representing us, I don't know how smart they are when they go to their meeting. They are always yielding. They keep yielding to them. And for whatever reason or whatever they are giving them, We don't know. It's not. I mean, they have the population, but I don't. Yes, they want no. Every what do you call it? Every region wants to rule. But the thing is why is it they always come up winning? Why? But anyway, I will leave everything for now. And then next week, I think it's going to be an interesting thing. First of all, I apologize for our guest that didn't show up today. We don't know why. And at the same time, folks, remember to reach out to Dave for his birthday tomorrow on his Facebook. Thank you, Tunde.
We have come to the end of the show for this week, so we will see everybody again next
I'm sorry,
Saturday, same time, same channel. So look forward to having everybody. On behalf of every listener and people who watch us.
I'm sorry, Mr. T. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I've not said happy birthday to Mr. Adodo. I know tomorrow is his birthday. I don't know what he's planning because I can't wait to, celebrate with him and his family. Let him come up with something. I wish him long life and prosperity. I'm happy for him, turning a year older is not a joke. Not at this time that we have pandemic all over, a whole lot of people, they are gone. But we thank God for his life. Thank God for his family. We thank God for his business. We love you, Mr. Adodo, and we're expecting to hear from you. And shout out to your beautiful wife. Thank you so much for taking care of Mr. David for us. We hopefully will see you next week. Happy birthday to you.
So on behalf of the gang, Mr. Charles, Jason, the Queen, Chief, and of course our birthday boy tomorrow, Mr. David Adodo, who is a year younger tomorrow. I want to say thank you all for listening and for being part of this.
It's not.
See you all again next week. And for the person who hacked my WhatsApp account, good luck. How you have a good evening. Bye-bye. Jason.
You're listening to African Voices Radio.
Why?
You have to copy that,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I got the game. Stone boy. Come to show them my grind. Even a copy of today. Nobody can stop we now. See the love where we get it just the elevate. Virus can't catch me now. See my software, it be up to date. Girl, you look so cool. Make me wanna give you all and more. I feel your love so true. Woman, that's all I'm looking for.
Fine, baby. I know go 59, now you dey craze me. Fine, baby. I know go 59, now you dey craze me.
Karma. You got to know, say, now me be your karma. Oh.
Karma.
Thank you for listening to African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show. The crew would like to say happy birthday to Mr. Adodo. Hopefully he has a great one. And again, if you'd like to get in contact with African Voices Radio, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email to africanvoicesradio@gmail.com. That's africanvoicesradio@gmail.com. Until next week, family, stay blessed, stay safe. And don't forget to tell your friends about African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show.